Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. Today, I have special guest Heather Ioerger with my virtually organized business. For those of you who are not familiar, and if you're seeing this on my personal page where I don't normally go live, I go live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Noon Eastern in my group Making Tech Simple, where we talk about all things tech for your business. And I go live every Thursday at 1 p.m. in High Level Organic, where we talk specifically about high level organic social strategies for like next level tech stuff. But Heather has been, and her business, my virtually organized business, has been so impactful to the growth and success of Nerdly. And I know I've got a lot of entrepreneur, small business, network marketer, tons and tons of people who are small business owners on my personal feed that may not be in all my tech groups. And I really thought that this was so important that you really got to check it out. So, Heather, I know today we're really talking about how you leverage organizing, planning, automating, and delegating, which, like, that all sounds great, but what does that actually mean? And yeah.
Yeah, take it away. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Colleen, for having me on. Like she said, my name's Heather Ioerger. I own my virtually organized business. I have worked in the sales industry for over 10 plus years now and have lots of experience in managing teams, in growing a business. And what it really narrowed down to are the four things that I found to really be impactful and to really help my business grow and scale, and just the different things I learned along the way that's really been impactful for others as well. So yeah, different things we talk about with my virtually organized business is really the four pillars to really help us grow and scale our business. And what it really starts with is making sure you're organized in your business. So many people out there, you may be saying to yourself, I have a business. I know I have a business, but what exactly am I doing? If somebody says to you, what are you doing? What are the steps to do what you're doing? Do you have all that stuff together? There's a lot of you who may not really have all that together. So really it's organizing and really coming up with all the different levels of your business, everything you do, mapping it all out. So what I like to call those are SOPs, right? So some standard operating procedures that really help your business flow and really what your business is all about. So, really taking everything that you're currently doing, right, with this first step and really organizing it, putting it all together so you know what sets your business apart from other business owners in your industry. Yeah, the second piece of this is planning.
And that's so
Yeah,
crucial and hard, right? Like
yeah,
knowing like what makes your business different. And I know for me, like with my spicy brain, I was like, I don't even know. Like legit, I don't even know what I do. I just do the thing. And it was not easy at first, but now I can't think of another way I would do it because there are so many times that I'd be like, I have this amazing idea, and then I would forget it. And I was dealing with a lot of feelings about that. Like, I know a lot of you are thinking I'm just going to be talking about how great it was for my business, but I'm also going to talk about how great it was for my mental health. I would beat myself up left and right. How many times, let me know in the comments, have you had a great idea and that for your business? And then, oh my gosh, I completely forgot. And then you remembered it like 6 months later and you're like, well, that would have been really great to do if I just remembered it. Or if you've gotten yourself into, say, just task overwhelm and then things fall through the cracks. Let me know, comment cracks if you've let customers fall through the cracks. Maybe you didn't follow up with them when you wanted to, and then that gave you feelings as well, right? Like that's what I'm talking about, is that having all this mapped out is not just about your business, it's about you and your customers' experience with you as well.
Yeah, and actually everything you're saying is completely normal. I think almost every business owner that I talk to about this, they all have those same feelings.
Mhm.
So, as entrepreneurs, there's so much that goes on in our heads, right? We're constantly creating, like our minds are constantly on fire. And so it's easy for us to forget or just to walk away from that thought, right? But it's organizing it all and it's putting it down in a tangible way so that things get followed through and you know exactly how your business is running. So it's not like, you if well, I like to tell people reality, okay? Reality. So say there's some emergency that happens to you, right? You have this successful business right now. You've had some emergency happen. You are going to have to take a couple months off your business. Okay, what do? Do you let your business fail, right? Because your business, you've worked so hard, you've built it up. Do you let it fail or do you trust that you have everything in place and organized, right? And this kind of feeds into the next planning as well. But you have everything organized that if something happens and you need someone else to step in and help you, it's there and it can be done.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
that's been to be being able to delegate things out, being able to say, "Hey, um, like I know what my lead magnet forms are, like how everything's supposed to be built out. So I'm like, here's the things I want to have in this thing. Can you go build this?" And because we've already mapped out how things are going to get done, I don't have to wonder. I can be like, great, here's the idea. And as someone with ADHD, as a neurodivergent entrepreneur, let me tell you, being able to be like, here's the thing, go, and then it just magically appears. Like, I don't know about you, but this is as close to Hogwarts as I feel like I'm gonna get in my life.
Exactly, exactly. And so that really feeds, keeping it organized, it really feeds into our next step, which is planning. Okay. So, really planning for the future. So, we can use those SOPs or those standing operating procedures, right, that we've created when we've organized. We can use those to plan for the future. It makes planning for the future a whole lot easier as well because you see where you're at because again, so many entrepreneurs, business owners, they don't fully understand where they're at, right? Because you're just too busy. You're wearing too many hats. You keep going. You don't stop and really take a look. So now you've got that look. So now we can plan, right? So we're kind of building upon kind of some building blocks here. So then we're planning out for our future. What are our goals? What are the things that we want to accomplish this year, this month, this week? Really focusing on planning out for our future is really that next step. And knowing how we're going to do that is the exciting piece of it.
Did I lose you? There you
Yep,
are.
I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gotta love the internet. Okay, so uh now when it comes to like automations, like how does
Yeah.
this help? Like, I mean, although like I'm just
Yeah.
like the nerd over here, but I know everyone has a different take on it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's really our third stepping block. Okay. Is automation. So once you organize stuff, once you get it planned, then our next step is really to figure out number one, how to take some stuff off of your plate. Because again, as entrepreneurs, as busy business owners, we wear so many hats. We do so much for our business. Are we truly the CEO of our business or are we every little step along the way for our business? The truth is if we want to grow and scale our business, we have to have people other than us helping us. We have to have a team of people helping us with our business or it's not going to last. We can only do so much individually until we kind of hit a plateau and you cannot grow and scale anymore, right? So this kind of comes into play when, okay, some things we can automate in our business and some things we need to delegate in our business. And that's really the last step. When it comes to automating in our business, that's really going to be that first level step to help us take off a few of those hats. Some of those things, like we're constantly being the secretary of our business, we're constantly, sending out emails, we're constantly trying to get new leads, but then what are we doing with those leads? We are constantly selling things, right? If we're selling things and constantly selling, but we are having to track everything we've sold and how we sold it. And all of those things can be automated. So automations they're crucial. They're really the crucial first step to taking off a few of those hats as an entrepreneur or a business owner.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like it's everyone knows like I'm like the queen of like I love automations. Absolutely everything needs to be automated in my entire life. And it's the only reason why I can function as an ADHD entrepreneur because no, not happening. I
Right.
got dressed today. That's all I got.
Right? If we think about it, even things like your alarm clock in the morning, right? It's all automated, right? Because we've got it programmed in our phone or probably our phone now for everybody, right? Our alarm clock is programmed in there. So automatically it's going to wake us up in the morning at the proper time. And so much of our lives, so much of our business can be automated. And just really looking on those types of things that you can do to automate is really going to help you really start to jump into that zone of truly being a CEO of your business. So,
So
yeah,
let's talk about my favorite part,
okay,
delegating.
delegate.
Because
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Oh my you
yeah,
guys. I pay people. I pay people money now. Like it's like
yeah.
the wildest feeling of like I have staff.
You
I
have stuff.
have like and that's the thing like if you have a vision for your business, like you truly like see this. You cannot do it alone, right? The likelihood of you being able to achieve the level of success that you can achieve and that you should like if you're like me and you're an entrepreneur, you have that vision of what you want to create. You are a human. All right, we have human limitations on because we do need to do things like sleep, eat food, move our body, drink water, go be a human off of a computer. As much as I try to turn myself into a beep bop boop bop computer, that's just not how we work.
Right.
So being able to delegate, that's where having all that planning in place to know all your processes, organizing everything so you have all your SOPs, leveraging automations because why pay someone when you can actually just automate the pieces? And then delegation. So let's dive into this because I know this is like a big cornerstone of my virtually organized business.
Yeah, this really is. So in talking about, putting those building blocks, sorry about that, in place, organizing, planning, automating, we've got all those steps in place, right? Now we're ready for effective delegation. And this is where, delegating things in your business can really elevate your business, which is exactly what we're all about. So, I like to kind of use the reference of Walmart, right? So I'm sure, Sam, what was his name? Sam Walmart guy, the Walmart guy. Sam Walton.
We'll call him Sam Walmart.
We'll call him Sam Walmart. I think that sounds good. I know it's wrong. Somebody comment like the real. I
Yeah,
know
if
it's
you know the name of the owner of Walmart,
right.
other than Sam Walmart, let us know in the
Right.
comments.
So, he had this idea one day to create Walmart, right? Which is like everywhere right now. Okay, how could he really grow and scale his business if he were a one-man show? Could he do it? No. He's just the idea. He's the brains behind it. He is the CEO of his business, correct? We
Yeah.
cannot be truly a CEO of our business if we are doing everything. And let me tell you, in my years of sales, yes, I had a great team, working with me. But once I found out that I needed to bring on assistants to really help me to effectively run my business to where I could have number one, some time. Number two, I could be more in tune with my genius. What was I really good at? That's what I needed to be doing. When I brought those people on, that is when the magic happens. Okay. So about 3, 4 years ago now, when I first, brought on my assistants, people were asking me, they could see just I was glowing. They could see that I had more time. I was not so stressed. And they were like, Heather, what are you doing? What are you doing? And this is when I realized there was such a need for this. This is just a huge part that we as entrepreneurs are really missing out on. The key is getting that effective help in your business. So through the help of, my business account manager, which I'll explain here in a minute, um, we decided to create a program for VAs, so for virtual assistants who would want to up level their skills, because most virtual assistants, as we know, they take care of different pieces of your business, but they've gone out, they've got their own training, it's kind of wishy-washy on what they know, what they don't know.
It's a
And
whole, like, onboarding process. Like, you get
yeah,
a new VA, you're like, "All right, well, I'm gonna just kinda eat their costs for at least the first
yeah.
month, if not 2," and you may find out, like, "Oh, man, we don't even get along, you don't know any of the platforms that I use, you don't understand automations," like, it can be a real challenge, right? Because you just don't know.
Yeah, and actually that does bring up a point because I did go through multiple in the beginning. My executive, who's my executive right now, she was not my first virtual assistant that I had in the beginning. She was probably number 4. But that's when the magic happened, is when I actually clicked with her. So my vision, my dream was to bring on virtual assistants, people who had some experience in the industry. But what I really wanted to do is up level their skills. So I really want to teach them more about automations, teach them the systems, the strategies, and the tools that actually work to bring, clients to your customers, to the client base, and just really help them out more in their journey, right? And again, that all of this stuff is going to help them grow and scale, because when somebody else is out there and, doing your graphics, doing your websites, doing your, social media accounts, when they're doing that, you can focus on being who you truly are and working in your zone of genius at all times. So that really was wildly successful. So um, I also have a vision and my mission behind my company. So most of the people that are business account managers is what they're called. We call them BAMs for short. Okay, everyone loves the name BAMs. It's kind of a fun little thing that just stuck. So they're business account managers, but we call them BAMs. And most of them do not live in the United States. And most of them live in other areas of the world, other countries. And I really saw a necessary need for these people for a couple different reasons. Number one, their pay that they're getting and the bosses they have been treating them horribly. A lot of them have come from bosses who are just not very kind people. Their pay is really, really, really bad for them. Um, and what I wanted to do is really love on these people, create a family like atmosphere, because if you take somebody into your family, you are going to treat them better because they're like a family, right? So what I've done is I've created a team of business account managers, BAMs, right? We've up leveled them up. We've done lots of certifications, lots of training with them. We love on them like they're a family. This morning, we just did a little science experiment outside this morning. Actually, I had them on Zoom. They don't know snow. I live in the Midwest where we've got lots of snow on the ground right now. It was 0 degrees this morning. And they wondered if it was true, if you throw boiling water out, does it really turn into like snow? Well, it does. And so we went out this morning with the phone and showed them all, and it just made their day. And, it's just awesome things
That's
like
so
that.
fun.
Yeah, awesome things like that that make us a family. I want to treat them better. For all the Christians out there, I want to be a Moses to them. And that's really what I pray about, right? Is I want to just be the best person I can be, bring them all the love, and connect them with clients that they match. Okay, that's one of the things too behind my business that's really different than other businesses out there. When you first come on with my company, you're going to do a quiz, and that quiz is really going to dive into different things about you, like what makes you unique, what is your business all about, where are you struggling, where can you use help. And what I do is I match you with one of my BAMs who I'm like, oh, this person, for example, if you're in the fitness industry, I've got some BAMs that are really interested in fitness and they love that, right? So that's going to be somebody that you're matched with. So it's really you're matched with somebody that you're a lot alike, right? And so
So
that
not just
really
like the
helps.
skill set, but that you're gonna have a good interpersonal relationship with them. And
Right.
that's huge, right? Um, and so I know you're talking about how they're trained, and
Yeah.
I know so some of you guys may want to know, like, yeah, obvious, of course, they are trained on Nerdly. For those
100%.
of you who are not on my system, but maybe you're on Go High Level somewhere else, that's what Go High Level is. Um, also group track, you're talking being able to manage your groups. So I know a lot of people are group track users. Let me hear comment group track if you are a group track user checking this out and you're like, wait a minute, I could pay someone to manage my group for me, and then I just show up to my sales calls and my master classes, and people are there because someone is actually following through the plan and moving people through the stages. Yes, we can.
Yes.
And I will tell you that is the biggest thing. I have so many clients who are using Nerdly powered by Group Track, but then they're like overwhelmed because there's so many different tasks they have to do. And frankly, I just don't believe in repetitive tasks. If I have a repetitive task, I will automate it. Like, honestly, like seriously, cooking, repetitive task, I automate it. I by that I have my husband now.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
But,
No,
yeah, so you're talking and what's really great, if you guys aren't familiar with Nerdly, that's an all-in-one marketing platform, and they can even manage your social posting, be able to make sure that everything all your bits and pieces that are going on for your marketing are moving and grooving for you so that you can really focus on what you need to do, right? Because that's a problem as an entrepreneur. We wear 5,000 hats and we can do everything, but then you find yourself really spread thin and maybe you're not showing up as much as you could, or maybe you're not showing up as the best self, your best self, right? Maybe you find yourself avoiding different parts of your business because it doesn't bring you joy, but then that's going to hold your business back. And that is a huge piece of working with Heather. It was an absolute delight of just going through like all the tasks and be like, okay, do you like it? Do you love like going through her unique process was really great to be able to figure out like what do I actually love to do in my business and how do I stay in that zone while making sure everything else gets done.
right.
So
Yeah. 100%.
we have been just gabbing forever at this point. So I'm gonna wrap this up for us. If you guys want to grab her guide to creating SOPs, comment delegate, and she'll send you some information, send you her free guide. She's got a group, and that's called
Yeah, so my group is called Grow Your Profits Plus Productivity for Coaches, Consultants, and Entrepreneurs. And we can put a link to that in the comments below.
Yep.
Okay.
And so make sure, and we've also got her bio that's in the post. And if you comment delegate, we'll make sure to follow up with you, get you information, get you a link to her group, get her guide, so that you can start mapping out your own SOPs and get on your way to be able to grow and scale with ease. All right. See y'all next week. Later, nerds.